All right, man. They were getting lit at TwitchCon. Speaking of Twitch, come to the stream, link in the description so you can be in the chat and be in the video. Anyways, they was getting lit at TwitchCon, a little too lit. So they was on a whole bunch of drugs, Molly, shrooms, edibles, all of it. It was crazy. I was there. Nah, I wasn't. But if I was, I would have reported and we would have had a different POV. But let's go ahead and check this out.
Ridiculously expensive, but guys, don't worry, it's worth it.
$200 for
you get to meet your role models,
Yikes.
your idols, the people you look up to, your favorite streamers.
Wait, was this year?
If you
was that this year? With
to
Dr.
go
Disrespect?
as the streamer, it's even better because you're getting to meet up with your wonderful fans and your coworkers. You also get to be directly harassed on stream by someone trying to get some clout.
Wait, what do you mean gets assaulted?
Yes, this popular streamer is getting his nipple kissed without his consent. That's right.
That's
TwitchCon, everybody.
wild.
Make sure to come next year. Yeah, there was a lot of harassment this year. It was a
What, kick streamers? Of course it's the kick streamers. Bro, who else would it be? Bro, Kick has nothing but degenerates. Like, Twitch has degenerates too. But Kick is nothing but degenerates. There's a big difference.
Disaster, guys. It was so many streamers got harassed.
That's crazy.
People ran after them, trying to make their own content.
That's
it was
crazy.
Really
yeah,
pathetic.
Everybody wants to be up next. Everybody else wants to be famous. They want the clout. They want the success. So they're willing to do anything and everything to get it. Like homeboy that just sucked on the other dude's nipples. Like, I'm pretty sure he got some clout for like a day. And then everybody forgot about it until we saw this video and they were like, oh yeah, I remember that. And maybe somebody's going to try and press charges and all that. Who knows? But yeah, people are willing to do anything and everything just to get a little bit of fame. And whenever you have all these famous people in one spot, it's super easy for that content creator mindset to just kick in and say, hey, let's go do something for the content. Because everybody is there that does content. It's insane. But hey, that's where we live in.
Pathetic. But ignore all
don't
that.
get
It's
age
just
restricted.
noise.
That was crazy.
As we know, the convention itself is nothing more than an excuse to just go to San Diego with all your fellow streamers and party like there's no tomorrow. This isn't just exclusive to TwitchCon. Every convention kind of works that way. As a streamer, the real way to grow your network, meet new friends, and create new business opportunities doesn't happen in the convention itself. It happens behind closed doors in the parties. Or hotel rooms, but we're not here to talk
cheated
about
on
that.
me with RP.
There are so many parties.
Yo, why'd you take your wife?
And mixers and lunches and dinners. It's ridiculous.
That's
but
crazy.
now imagine being a smaller streamer and getting access to a party that is highly exclusive. With top DJ performers and an RSVP list that is checked on a case-by-case basis to see whether you're famous enough to
get
attend
in or not.
And you somehow get approved.
Let's go.
You'll meet large creators, successful creators, creators that you might be a mega fan of. This is a dream come true. And I'm sure you'd be expecting the party of a lifetime. You surely wouldn't be expecting someone to spike your drink with a very powerful drug when you're not looking. So
I would say that should be something you should worry about 100%. Like I said earlier, everybody is doing everything to try and get content. And a lot of the people that are doing content do use drugs. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them, I would say 85% to 90% of super popular content creators that are streaming on a day-to-day basis for multiple hours on end are doing some type of recreational or illegal substance to just keep it going. It's not easy to do this stuff consistently, right? So I wouldn't doubt it. It just is what it is.
To the point where you can't even move your lips at some point because your entire body is
But to get spiked is crazy.
You also wouldn't be expecting the fire marshals to show up because somehow this exclusive party with very limited space got overcrowded. And finally, you also wouldn't be expecting the party organizer to find your post on Twitter complaining about this and double down while being extremely defensive and making a complete clown out of himself.
Oh, great.
Yeah. These things actually happen. It's a catastrophe. So let's talk about it. So as I mentioned, when it comes to conventions, it's really just all about the parties happening around it. But when you go to a convention as a VTuber, it's not really as straightforward as a normal streamer going there. One of the main reasons why they are VTubers in the first place is for anonymity. They want to keep their real identity secret. So they'll either go there virtually, meeting up their fans through a screen, Or they'll go physically, but make sure to wear a mask or a cap or sunglasses or something to stay incognito, and only take off these things with people they trust, with friends who understand their situation. This is why they can't just go to any party at TwitchCon, right? Because not all of them understand their precarious situation of having to stay anonymous. People could be streaming there, taking pictures, whatever. They have to go to a party that understands privacy. That's where this highly exclusive party came in, called the After Party Blurp X Meld. It was hosted on Thursday, September 19th from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. It was a private event. You would have to register on this website. And
Look, my parents always told me nothing good happens after midnight. It's getting lit.
Hope that they approve you because they would look at everyone from a case-by-case basis. And yes, the amount of followers you had and the amount of viewers you would get played a big role in whether you would get accepted or not. There were exceptions, of course, just like any party.
This is my friend.
But you definitely had to be a Twitch partner minimum. Because let's see the description. It says, the TwitchCon Partner After Party. Come hang with some of the top creators and brands in the industry. Enjoy music with Twitch's top DJ creators in the main lobby, or relax on the rooftop terrace to network and meet other creators and brands. And then they add, we have zero tolerance for physical, verbal, or sexual harassment. This includes non-consensual touching, violence, discriminatory language, or any behaviors that have a negative impact on the experience or the physical safety of other guests. If a problem or concern arises, guests are encouraged to locate a staff member for assistance. While on the dance floor, we encourage guests to keep conversations to a minimum and phones in their pockets.
Yeah, just dance.
Just keep this paragraph in mind because it'll be even funnier later.
Why would you be texting on
so
the dance floor? So
from the rules, it says 21 plus must show ID at the door.
Of course.
No streaming inside the venue. This is a very important thing for VTubers who want to stay anonymous and not get caught in someone's stream. And plus ones are allowed, but must have their own accepted RSVP as well. Which should be a good thing because it means that no one random is going to be showing up as a plus one either. Everyone is going to be vetted manually. Keep all of this in mind for later. So this is hosted by Blurp and Meld Studio. Meld Studio is nothing more than the sponsor Blurp was partnering with, but this is really Blurp's party. This wasn't really the first time Blurp had made a TwitchCon type party. He had made 2 last year during TwitchCon 2023 in Las Vegas, and they were big successes as far as I can tell. The first one being a masquerade event, and the second one being a paid VIP party. So Blurp is someone with an established reputation. This is why people had high expectations and so many high-profile VTubers went there. It unfortunately ended in complete disaster. Now this all started when Hades, a VTuber from the Mythos agency, made one tweet saying, I think I was drugged at the bar. She then clarified with this tweet saying, an update, I am awake now. We don't know what actually happened to me last night other than I just wasn't okay. I was in no state to go to the hospital as I don't have insurance, and so I did not receive any tests to see if I had something in my system. We only suspect my drink may have been spiked due to how sick and horrible and drunk I felt after only 2 drinks even 3 to 4 hours out from leaving the bar. I felt very wrong and overall not okay. I was in a terrible headspace and honestly should not have been tweeting, and I apologize for anyone I may have worried. Thankfully, my friends took care of me, so I am safe no matter what caused me to feel that way. So this probably happened in a bar around downtown, not too far from where TwitchCon was being held, and it's a very unfortunate reality. This is why you have to keep your eye on your drink at all times, 100%. And even then, it's not enough sometimes. That's why you're meant to be with friends, and that's exactly what Hades had done. She was with a bunch of different VTubers from Mythos, and they were able to get her out of there safely. And thankfully, nothing crazy had happened.
Yeah,
but then, all of a sudden...
That's that is like the big thing when it comes to partying. Whenever you're doing these after parties, regardless if they're famous people or not. Like I said, there's going to be people that are absolutely wild. So yeah, you definitely, especially if you're a woman, pay attention to your drink. 100%. Bro, like, this is unfortunately common. Unfortunately. Right? I really wish it wasn't. But this is the things that people do at these parties, man, especially high profile parties, because they can usually get away with it. It's sad, it's scary, but you got to be careful, man. Be careful.
There safely. And thankfully, nothing crazy had happened. But then, all of a sudden, Emuuki, a different VTuber, quote tweeted that update from Hades and said this: I was also roofied last night at a VIP party.
Crazy.
I'm safe and okay, had a wonderful group of friends to help me. Stay safe, gamers, and cover your drinks. Now all of a sudden, this isn't just some random bar, this is a VIP party. So as many people were wondering what the hell had happened exactly, Emuuki adds this: I've been roofied before, so I knew the signs. I couldn't move my entire body for a good 40 minutes. Thank for the friends I have, but genuinely Blurp for having drink covers and not giving them out.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'll talk about it when I get home more, but I'm just shaken up and pissed my friends had to carry my limp body back to the Airbnb when we just...
So if they had drink covers, why didn't they give them out? Did somebody tell them not to give them out? I don't know.
...wanted to have a nice party. Do better, Blurp. So first off, really unfortunate that you got roofied before and know exactly how it feels.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And second off, she was directly saying that this was Blurp's fault for not handing out drink covers when they were already present at the party. Not only is this a massive accusation, but we also confirmed she was talking about the highly exclusive after party hosted by Blurp. Things were getting serious now. A couple days later, after Emuuki went back home and had time to process, she finally posts her statement. Here's what it had to say. My statement about being roofied at the 2024 Friday Twitchcon Blurp VIP party, trigger warning. To start with, this was mostly a VTuber party full of larger creators who were not wearing their usual facial disguises and coverings, meaning we all thought it was a safe space to vibe and meet other creators. And it was, for a little. About 2 hours into it, the party started getting a bit more crowded, and I remember thinking I didn't see this many people on the guest list we all registered for.
So people just
found
the
words,
party and showed up.
The security to a VIP party was shit. One of my close friends noticed their water tasted funny and only took a few sips but started feeling off, which I knew was most likely a low-grade roofie. While waiting for their Uber with them, I notified the security guard, who yelled at us for taking up the walkway, shaking my head, that she was most likely roofied. Shortly after she was picked up, it hit me hard. Now for context, I have been roofied before, so I know how it feels, but this was something much more severe. Once I started feeling heavy and unable to read well, I immediately ran to the bartenders, who I befriended, to let them know I'd been roofied and to take precautions. I was informed at that point that they had drink covers and were not handing them out. My friends, thank God they were there, had to carry my limp, hyperventilating body out of the party, which was soon blocked off by the fire marshals for overcrowding.
That's crazy.
For about 2 hours after that, I could only move my mouth, mumbling, and my eyelids. My point in this is that it was a VIP party with major creators there who felt it was a safe environment to demask. They had drink covers and did nothing, and security was shit and started letting God knows who in after a few hours. They had a responsibility to take care of us and did not. My con was ruined and I spent the rest of it shaken up and scared to drink anything but water. Do better, Blurp. So this wasn't just a roofie, this was one hell of a drug. Something way stronger than the usual. And I think regardless of your gender in this situation, I'm sure you can imagine how scary it is to only be able to move your eyelids and your lips barely, while the rest of your body stays limp.
It's not a gender-specific issue.
A complete horror story. But we were only left with more questions. How does a VIP party go so out of control so quickly? What were the fire marshals here for?
Overcrowding.
Well, Blurp felt the need to reply to this post because it went viral. Here's what he had to say. Hey, Emuuki, great start. Already misspelling her name. This is the second case we've heard of someone that got their drink spiked, and we're so upset that happened to you and so glad you're recovering okay. Unfortunately, we did not have any drink covers for the party, nor did we communicate that we will have any.
Okay, well, I mean, let's keep it real. Even if you didn't have drink covers, why didn't you? Why not? Like, you're not helping yourself with this tweet, brother. Like, already, boom, I already caught you with something.
But at future parties, we will be sure to provide them.
Oh, at future
Please let
parties.
us know if there's anything we can do to help you through this. Then Emuuki replied. She said, first, it's Emuuki. I'm not okay. And even without the drink covers, it was your responsibility at a VIP invite-only party with several big names to make sure the only people allowed in were on the list. Drink covers or not, this is on you. Blurpy did not let this die here. No, he had to reply again, saying, sorry, Emuuki, it autocorrected. Everyone that got in was manually approved by us and our sponsors. The venue capacity was 350 and we only let 325 on the roof, and at one point 15 had to wait for others to leave to get in. There were no +1s or otherwise that were allowed in without an invitation. We denied nearly 500 plus RSVPs for the event.
Okay, well then now we have something else, because apparently people are getting their drink spiked and you have a list of 350 people. You can go down the list and start figuring out who it was, right? You can start eliminating and start figuring out who's the person doing this type of shit. It's not easy, of course, but it's something that you can do. Or give it to the police.
There was security at check-in to get wristbands, security to get onto the elevators, and security to get onto the roof itself. We absolutely agree we should have had drink covers for all guests. As we stated in our direct message to you, we'd be happy to discuss options to make this right to you and any other guests that were affected.
Behind the scenes.
Now, I don't know about you, but this response does sound pretty damn passive-aggressive to me. And it's not the kind of reassuring statement you're meant to give to someone who just got roofied at one of your own parties. Oh yeah, we manually approved every guest on the list. We had security everywhere. Okay, man, that's great. Now, how did a bioweapon make it through your security so easily? A drug that can knock every part of your body out for 2 hours or more. Good to know that you manually approved the person who did this coming into your party. Literally. Wonderful job. This only made him look like a clown. I mean, come on, what kind of response is that? He shouldn't have responded. There's also, of course, no mention of the fire marshals.
He should have made a specific public response. That's about it. He shouldn't have actually started tweeting at people that got harmed. You should have just made one public response and that's it.
And the overcrowding incident, or the fact that she wasn't the only one who got roofied. Oh, and let's not forget how he ended his statement. We direct messaged you. We'd be happy to discuss it there.
About it
so in
other
words, we'd love for this to quiet down and isolate you so people stop talking about this. This is terrible. I mean, at this point, you're probably wondering, who the hell is Blurpy anyway?
Oh, boy.
He's just some dude who made this app called Blurp for streamers. It allows you to play sounds during a stream to interact with the streamer and use custom AI text-to-speech voices.
Oh, cool.
Blurpy is pretending like everything is going just fine. Posting this on September 27th, asking, hey, who wants a follow? And the tweet before that being, great party, great TwitchCon, thank you all for coming. This post in particular has many replies angry and disappointed over what had happened in the party. And what's interesting is that you find Blurpy contradicting himself. For example, someone replied with, cultivating a community sounds wonderful. Will those communities be protected from getting roofied at rooftop parties or maybe actually see the drink covers that were provided and never handed out? And Blurpy replies with this, saying, we've heard of only one case of streamer that may have had their drink spiked. Have you personally heard of any others? This is interesting because she had posted this 2 days before he had posted that reply, calling out Blurp, saying she got roofied. So it's either Blurpy doesn't really know how to count, or there are more and more people coming out with roofie stories than he can keep track of. Now, False Side also made a video on the situation and reached out to Redclaw, another VTuber that was at the party. He confirmed some pretty concerning details. Like, for example, security wouldn't look at the bags of anyone entering the party. And this doesn't surprise me one bit. How the QR codes you were given...
I mean, I would say, normally at a normal party, sure. But this is VIP. These are special guests. These are people that's supposed to be the most important people in the scene. You definitely should be checking their stuff.
If your RSVP was accepted, could be reused, so you could just send them to your friends and they could just reuse them infinitely.
Oh, really?
How the fire marshal actually did show up because the overcrowding became
Whoa, 60, relax.
And finally, how in last year's Las Vegas TwitchCon, there was a concerning group of people that would prowl around women and harass them. And now he had seen the same group at Blurp's party this year as well. Overall, this situation is a complete and utter disaster. Every measure of security during this event was clearly just there for show. But I think the worst thing here, other than the fact that Blurp doesn't really seem to care, is that we still have no idea who caused this. This was a very exclusive VIP party full of top creators, most notably VTubers from Twitch. There was an entire RSVP list with a manual review process. Which one of these people snuck in with an extremely strong drug and got out without being caught?
What up, kids?
We don't know. And you sure as hell won't catch me drinking anything if I ever go to TwitchCon and hang out in a party. I don't know if Blurpy, whatever the hell his name is, ends up making a party in TwitchCon 2025, which will also be in San Diego, but I sure as hell hope that the security in that event will be more than just a decorative prop. Please stay safe out there, and yeah. I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Love you.
Yeah. Y'all be careful, man. Damn, sucks you got groofied anyway. We had a lot of security. Oh, man. All right, well, yeah, that's the TwitchCon 2025 drug party. So that's not what I thought, what it was. Okay, bro, when I saw this VTuber drug party, I'm over here thinking they were popping Molly, popping Xans. They was doing a whole bunch of shit. Nah, this was just some dude spiking people's drinks. That's messed up. That's absolutely messed up. But yeah, there it is. That is the drug-infested issue that happened at the Blurp TwitchCon party. Like I said earlier in the video, man, just be careful. Like, if you're going to these parties, you definitely need to watch yourself. Like, even if it seems like a chill, cool environment, bro, you shouldn't trust anybody more than you trust yourself. And that's all I'll have to say about that. Anyways, It's your boy KhunShawn. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. This came from the Discord, so join the Discord down below, link in the description. Join the Twitch stream so you can be like this beautiful chatter right here. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.